Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Friday, February 12th, 2021. We are in the final day of the trading week, and we are in the final hour of the trading day. As you know, the final hour of the trading day is my preferred time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions. I say this because during the day you have the algorithms and you have the day traders. They are the ones that are in control of the price. At the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control of the pricing away from the day traders and algorithms. They're dealing with the most money. They have very smart people, best information, best technology, and in my opinion, following what they do at the end of the day as far as your buying and selling decisions creates an edge in your trading. So thank you all for coming today. I really do appreciate it. I always look forward to seeing everyone. I think we have such a great group, so many people that contribute, and I really appreciate you spending your time here and investing your time, and I hope that the time that you are spending here, you're getting a return as far as improving your trading and your investing. So currently, the Dow Jones is down 57 points, down 0.19%. The NASDAQ is up 17.44, 0.12%, and the S&P is up 3.89, up 0.1, up a tenth of a percent. Yep, a tenth of a percent. So not a big day today like we've been having over the last couple weeks, but nonetheless, still a pretty good day. So all right, here is the plan for today. First of all, I am going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, I'm going to come back. We're going to take a look at my current positions. We're going to talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, how I'm going to manage them going forward. I have had some day trades today that I'll be sharing with you as well. After that, we're going to go over to the board. We're going to take a look at your positions. I see a lot of green over there, so that'll be interesting to see how your positions are doing. After that, we're going to switch gears. We're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. We're going to get away from the charts. Trader psychology is the most important skill that you can ever learn in trading, being able to control your emotions, being able to create a trading plan, but more importantly, being able to follow that trading plan without having your emotions getting amplified either to the upside or the downside. So I like to talk about that each day in lots of different ways. Hopefully one day you'll hear me say it in just a certain way that you'll really get it. And you'll kind of lock it in, and you'll understand the importance. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. The first requirement, I need to have a confluence or a combination of indicators on multiple time frames. Number 2, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2 to 1 based upon what I am risking compared to what I am losing. And then number 3, I always want to take a few minutes before I hit that buy button just to make sure and ask myself, do I really need this trade? Is it something that is really a great trade, or am I just doing it because I'm in the habit? Do I have any other positions that are highly correlated to what I'm considering buying? And also, please remember to adjust your position size based upon the volatility of the current market. All right, so I'm going to go down as we get closer to the close. I will be going down through the end of day candidates. We'll go through them with a fine-tooth comb, looking for the 3 requirements that I just mentioned. And if I find something that looks good at the end of the day, I will go ahead and purchase it before the market closes. After that, after the market closes, if anybody has any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you have any stock symbols that you'd like me to look at before the market closes, just go ahead, put them in the chat, and put an asterisk or emoji by it so that I know it's time sensitive, and I'll do my best to get to it before the close. And then lastly, if you have any new positions for me to update today, if you could please be so kind and wait until the market is closed. So I'm done trading, I'm done teaching. And then we'll spend as much time as we need to get everything taken care of. All right, so I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. I'll be back in about 40 seconds, so hang tight, please. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast here, and here. Thank you so much. All right. Thanks for holding through that for me. And let's see who's here today. Lova is here. How you doing, Lova? Good to see you as always. Tracy Peterson is here. Hey, good to see you, Tracy. Hope you and Paxton are doing well. I'm looking forward to our lessons next Wednesday. Kamal is here. Hey, buddy, good to see you. Thank you for everything that you do for the channel. Thank you for your friendship, Kamal. Really appreciate it. David is here. Nice to see you, David. Hope you and your family are doing well. Jatin is here. Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Hello, Jatin. Good afternoon to you as well, sir. Timothy Taylor. Hey, Tim. Hello, Greg and everyone. Thanks for all your help. You are welcome, buddy. You are welcome. I hope that helped with what you're asking me on Walmart. Miko25, good afternoon, Greg. And hello, Miko. Good to see you, sir. Lova says FISV V2 today, and the weekly chart shows a V2 last week. All right, let's take a look. FISV. Shoot, this is one of those ones for some reason here, Lova, this is not updating on my chart. I don't know why I've been having this issue lately, but I would not take a V1 or a V2 in this context anyway, because yes, we've come into the value zone, but it's just down, down. Remember, we need to come back in the value zone. We need sideways motion. We need to build some stability before we look for a V1 or V2. A lot of people get this mistaken. They try to buy a V1 or V2 in the first pullback into the value zone, and you really need it to move sideways, but I don't know why this one is updating. This is yesterday's bar, so I apologize for that. SPLK 520 cross V1 today. SPLK. Yeah, it's a V1, but again, there's no sideways motion. It's just down, 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 down. 520 doesn't hurt. I don't know how that back tests. I think I've tried to back test this before, and it does not show. It doesn't give me the availability to back test it. Frank is here. Good to see you, Frank, as always. Hope you're having a good day, sir. Dan is here. Hello, Greg and everyone. Hello, Dan. Johnson is here. Nice to see you, Johnson. All right. Should we get to it? Let's get to it. And let me close this down. All right, here we go. Starting off with CNK, Karen, Yas, and myself did buy CNK back on the 10th at 20.52. It's currently 20.43. Moved up a little bit the next day. It was up actually earlier today, but this is slightly down on the day and slightly down on the trade by about 9 cents. So I will be keeping this one. I did buy this one because it triggered the fractal right here, and we had a V2. If we were to close below halfway of the washout bar, this is where I would get out right about here. Or if it lost the 50 RSI, I would also get out of half, but it's holding still. So that looks like a keeper so far. Johnson & Johnson. All right. Who do we have here? We have Yas, Dan, and myself did buy Johnson & Johnson at 161.64 back on the 4th of February with this nice false breakout to the downside and a V2. Really nice big up move. I did sell half of my position here when we had this kind of ugly reversal bar where the close was below the open. This morning we really went down, but we have recovered. I was looking for a close below the previous day's low to get out of half, and right now it is up and it is profitable. So if it were to close below yesterday's low, 165.60, I would get out of another half of the position, but right now it's holding and hopefully it will. NVTA. All right, we have Gary, Quad Racer, Johan, and myself. We bought NVTA at 50.81. It's currently 51.41, up 0.67% today. So it's been much higher. I would have sold half if we closed below the 50, but it held the 50 yesterday, tested below the 50 again today. So anyway, not up a lot, but still positive. Grateful for that. Spotify. All right. So we have Morgs and myself. We bought Spotify here at 334.03 with the 1030 EMA crossover. Up 1.93% today, pretty good, and I did hit one profit target at 339.10, so I will be keeping Spotify. Overnight SPY trade, of course, this has been a monster trade over the last this month. Yep. As you know, I buy the SPY at the close, I hold it overnight, I take the overnight risk, I sell it first thing the next morning at the open, and this one was a losing trade. I bought at 390.71 and I sold this morning right at the open at 389.88. So as you know, I will buy this, I'll hold it over the weekend, I'll sell it first thing Monday morning. All right, Apple. I did have, these are day trades now. I did have a trade on Apple earlier in the day to the short side. I shorted here on the 5-minute. We had a V1 to the downside. We rejected the 50 SMA. We rejected the 50 RSI. I shorted here at 134.34. I covered half at 134.17. I was looking for a close above the previous day's bar. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I shorted at 134.44. Right. I covered half at 134.17, and then it bounced up on me. I covered the other half at 134.29, and then it got back to the last quarter that I had got back to my entry point. And if it ever gets back to my entry point after moving 1.5 ATRs from my entry, I lock it, or I sell it at break even. But still a nice trade. 1334 short, cover at 134.29 and cover at 134.17. All right. Now, VIX. I did have a trade on VIX. I took a shot at buying VIX here, this nice sideways motion, bullish engulfing bar, V1. I bought it at 16.13, moved sideways, attempted to come up, and then closed right back down. So this was a very small losing trade. I bought at 116.13 and sold at 116.11. So only two points to the downside there, or 2 pennies to the downside. And then lastly, I did buy PayPal with this false breakout to the downside, bullish engulfing bar, V1. I bought at 296.68. It moved up strongly. I took a portion off here at 297.17. I took off another portion here at 297.74. And then we moved up. I sold another one here on the breakout of this range at 298.28, and that was enough for me. I got out, and luckily it looks like I got out just exactly at the right time. So all in all, positive day today, good day trading day today as well. Let's see. Glenn says, hi Greg, like the look of Chewy. All right, let's look. Well, we triggered a V2 earlier, but we have untriggered the V2, and it would have to, this is here's day 1, 2, and 3. Day 1's close here is at about 109.92. Earlier in the day, we were above that level. I don't think I would have bought this here yet, though, to be honest with you. I don't like that big down bar on the volume. Let's look at the weekly. We're really high up near the 3rd ATR channel. I don't think I would be messing with that one, honestly, Glenn. But if you buy it, you let me know. Steve Burns, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming by. Always an honor and a privilege to have you here, Steve. I really mean that. I say that every day, but I do mean it, and I'm sure everyone else feels the same way. Steve says, hello, everyone. 45 minutes until weekend o'clock. Yes, sir. I am looking forward to that as well. And congratulations, Steve. You've had some really great trades today, and I will be going over that in just a minute. All right. So let me take a look real quick. Quad is here. Good to see you, Quad. Good afternoon, Greg and group, and happy Feasible Profit Friday. Oh, interesting. Karen is here. Good to see you, Chewy. Oh, Karen says Chewy not updating for Greg. Is that why I didn't like to look at the chart? I didn't look at the date. I don't know why I've had these issues with, yeah, this was yesterday's. I don't understand it. You've seen me run into this in the last few days. Thank you for letting me know, Karen. It's nice to see you. Okay, Frank has a poem for us. We ready? Who wants a stock that you have to chase? Don't be all over the place. Focus on stocks you can embrace with a proper stop, just in case. Be cool. It's not a race. The market can't see your poker face. Ah, that's good, Frank. I'm just amazed you're able to come up with this every day. I really, really am. Let's try that one more time. Who wants a stock that you have to chase? Don't be all over the place. Focus on stocks you can embrace with a proper stop, just in case. Be cool. It's not a race. The market can't see your poker face. That is totally true. Thank you, Frank. As always, my friend, they keep getting better every single day. What a skill that is. Steve says, there are still a lot of great little mini bull markets going on in stocks, even when the indexes are flat or down. Yeah, the indexes have been flat or down, but there have been little bull markets in certain sectors, and Steve has got a lot of those. Congratulations, Steve. All right, let's head on over. Take a look at Morgs. Bought gold with the close over the 250 at 169.73. Moved up nicely. Now it's come all the way back down. It did test the 200 and bounce. I'm actually interested in looking at buying gold today with this rejection, intraday rejection of the 250. But I don't know if Morgs did sell half. I'm glad to hear that. That's why I like to take profit into strength. Dash. All right. We have Morgs. Gary bought Dash with a 520 EMA here. And the nice pullback to value false breakout in V2, bought it at 186.77, just took off like a rocket ship, is down 3.87%, but still nicely up on the trade. A little down on the day, but up on the trade. Kamal, okay, so Kamal bought at 126 yesterday. He did get stopped out today, so we'll take that one off the board for Kamal. Q's. All right, we have Frank in at 284.60. It's currently 334.92, up a tenth of a percent today, but up on the trade, nicely up in the trade, and up on the day as well. DocuSign. Steve and Yas bought DocuSign with the 1030 EMA crossover at 245.61, and it is just motored up like a champion. It's up 1.72% today and up on the trade as well. Zoom. Yas and Jatin bought Zoom, return to value V2 entry here at 381.53, and it is rallied up nice. It's down a little bit today, but still nicely up on the trade. So congratulations there. Steve had a monster trade on Teradyne, bought this at 128.67 with a 520 crossover and just two big strong days up. I know Steve, I think, exited near the high today, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like I'm not sure what percent that was. I know you told me earlier, like 9%, something like that. Amazing in 2 days. AMD, Steve also bought AMD at 92.08 with 520 crossover at 92.08. It's currently 93.23. It is up 0.6% today and up on the trade. PKI, Steve bought PKI yesterday at 148.64. It's currently 150.40, up 1.09% on the day. Bought that with the 530 EMA cross. So nice trade there, Steve. SLG, Leva bought SLG at 64.92 at 64.93. So it's up a penny. So that's good. Looks like Leva sold half. CRM. Who is our CRM person? Frank. Frank bought CRM at 216.80. It's 239.46. Down a little bit today, but still nicely up on the trade. Teladoc. Jatin and Frank bought Teladoc. Let's see. Frank bought this down here all the way at 182. It's 292. Holy smokes, over $110 profit. Jatin bought it at 284.50. So both up on the day, both nicely up on the trade. Boy, do we have a lot of positions. Holy smokes. Gold. Oh, we already talked about gold. I can get rid of that. Nike. I think Frank is still in Nike. He bought it at 139.59. It's currently 141.59. It's down today, but still up on the trade. Coca-Cola, Timothy had a nice trade on Coca-Cola. He bought Coca-Cola back here at 48.52 with the bounce off the 200-day and the bounce near the 30. It is up nicely. Boy, what a great trade. What a great trade, Tim. Proud of you. Domino's Pizza, down a little bit today. Steve and Frank bought Domino's with the 1030 EMA crossover. They bought it here at 383.39. It's 384.49. So it is down just a little bit on the day, but they're still up on the trade. Karen had a nice trade at 45.60 on JMIA. It's down today, but still nicely up on the trade. RDFN, Jatin bought at 82.50. It's currently 90.21, down 2.41%. But still up on the trade. GPN, Timothy bought calls on global payments all the way back here at 182.50. So those are doing well. Congratulations, Tim. Karen also has had some great trades. She bought VIAC at 52.50. It's 58.39. Congratulations. Man, these are a lot of positions. NIO, Morgs and Gary are in NIO. Morgan from 59.07. Gary sold puts expiring today. So those will expire in the money. Then he also sold some at 57.50. So nice going there, Gary. You've had some really good spreads. Planeter Technologies, Johnson got in at 32. It's 31.56. It is down today. He got out of half. I'm glad that mitigates the loss. GH, Karen bought 164.21. It's up 5.84% today, so nicely up on the day, up on the trade. Square just keeps going. Jatin bought at 245. Johan bought at 237. Jatin sold a quarter, up another 1.86% today. Light, Gary bought Light at 88.33. No, 88.22, and he also sold the credit spreads. This one was up much higher earlier, but now it is down. EQT, Lava, nice trade yesterday on EQT at 16.93. Good job, bud. I remember when you bought that. Up 4.46% today. Congratulations, Lava. NVAX, Frank bought NVAX 135. Huge monster day. He sold 90%, is down a little bit today, so I think he got the bulk of it. Up there near the top. Tesla, Kamal is short in Spirit. Jackson sold half of his Tesla. It is down 0.82% today and down on the trade. Avid, Frank bought at 19.25. It's 23.47. Down today, but still up on the trade. Snow, Morgs bought at 303.73. It's 296.87. So this one is down on the day, down on the trade. ITB, Jatin bought at 59.87. It's currently 64.32. He sold a quarter yesterday, I believe, down, but still up on the trade. NIU, Jatin bought at 48. It's 48.55. RDFN. Did I just do this one? Yeah, I already did. Good. Roku. Jatin bought Roku all the way back here at 402. It's 464. It's down 0.27%. He sold half here on this big up bar. Almost there, everybody. Karen bought GILT at 1270. It's up 11.87% today. Wow. Congratulations. And IRSG, Tracy bought IRSG back here at 745.50. What a trade. Holy smokes, is up 0.61%. Whew. Okay. Steve says, I exited TER late this morning for 11.29% gain from entry as the price reached the previous resistance area on the chart. Very good. Thank you, Steve. And I will update that at the end of the day. Gold weekly with the V1 holding the 50 SMA. A little bit under it right now, but it is holding the -1 ATR channel. I like gold today just because of the risk to reward, and like you said, Dan, there is some support over on the weekly. We'll have to see how it closes. Tim says, had a great mentor. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Steve says, LTK formed its first 20-day EMA today since IPO, and it started with 520 EMA. The 20 cent is just a number, it is not a line yet on the chart. PTON almost has a 520, so let me write that down so I don't forget that. But he said almost. Yavar is here. Good to see you, Yavar. TTW8 V1, but 4 bars back, high volume gap down bar. Let's take a look. Well, sorry everybody, this is another one of these ones that's not updating. I have no idea why this is doing this. I apologize. But as you mentioned, Yavar, you know, we had this big gap down. That is concerning. That means there was a lot of supply coming into the market. There was a lot of selling there. Yep. Hey, listen, before we get to trader psychology, I just wanted to mention to everybody that the course that I've been talking about, I finally got it approved on Udemy, and here it is. And you can buy this whole course. It's really nice. It's I think it's a great course. I really worked my little hiney off on creating this course. It's 9.5 hours. It's just on deep dip buys. You know, it's one of my favorite approaches. And it is on sale at Udemy for $11.99. So if you are at all interested in that, please let me know. Not please let me know. I'm going to give you the link here if I can find it. Give me 1 second. But for $11, I think you are going to get a lot of value out of this course. I am not used to this yet. Sorry, everybody. Oh, I think this is how I do it. No, that's not how I do it. That's not how I do it. Oh, here we go. All right. Sorry about the delay there. But I'm going to put this in the live stream. But if you've been thinking about it, here it is. It's a really good price. It's a whole lot cheaper than studying directly with me. And I think it is really good. So there is the link. And as you can see, it's $11.99 and you get 9.5 hours worth of instruction. And has 15 PDFs and the whole thing. So I'll be talking about it more, but if you've been thinking about it, that's a pretty good price. Miko says, congrats on getting the course out, Greg. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yep, thank you very much. Steve says, interesting that VIX is finding resistance at the 10 EMA. Are we talking VIX or are we talking, we're probably talking index VIX, right? Oh, yes, to the upside. You are right. 100% right. Kamal says that course is worth Greg's weight. That course is worth Greg's weight in gold. Buy now would be my only recommendation. Thank you, Kamal. That's nice of you. Best deal on Udemy ever. Thank you, Miko. Okay. Listen, before we start getting into looking at our end of day candidates, you know, I just like to talk a little bit about trader psychology and the importance of it. There's some really good Facebook channels, really good Twitter channels out there that post good information, good trading words of wisdom each day. And of course, my favorite is Steve Burns, who is right here in the live stream with us. And if you have not subscribed to Steve, please do. He's Steve Burns at S. Joseph Burns over on Twitter, and read everything he posts. And it would definitely be worth your while. All right. So let's see what Steve has to say. Fear, greed, and ego are very expensive monkeys to have on your back while trading. Well, they're expensive monkeys to have whether you're trading or whether you're in sports or whether you're in a relationship or whatever else. But, you know, this is perfect for trading because what do we deal with as traders? We deal with fear and greed. and ego. I mean, those are the three perfect examples of what every trader has to deal with. And, you know, how do we get over fear, greed, and our ego? The best way, in my opinion, is to position size correctly. If you have too large of a position size, it's going to amplify your emotions, either the fear or the greed side, and you're not going to trade your plan. But the key here, the key words here are very expensive monkeys. They are expensive. They will cost you a lot of money in the long run. So, you know, go into a quiet room, sit down, think to yourself, be honest with yourself. And, you know, are you trading fearfully? Are you being greedy? Is your ego getting in the way? I have a friend of mine that buys stocks all the time. Whenever they go down, I said, what'd you do with it? And he goes, oh, I'm just holding it. I'm like, why? He goes, oh, I'm not going to take a loss on it. And I'm like, what are you crazy? Right? Most of the time it comes back for him, but sooner or later he is going to take the mother of all losses, because his ego just will not let him let him lock in a losing trade. But it will cost you. I promise you. I've been through it. Johan says, what I learned from Greg has become the cornerstone of my trading. Thank you, Johan. I appreciate that. And hi, everyone. Hey, how you doing, Johan? Good to see you, my friend. Okay. Let me check over here. Okay. Give me one sec. Okay. So let me look at current positions before I start looking at any new ones. Cinemark's holding about even, slightly down, just slightly down. Johnson & Johnson, been a good trade so far. That looks like a keeper. NVTA is doing pretty well today. That's profitable and a keeper. Spotify up 1.96%. That's going to be a keeper as well. Of course, I'm buying the overnight SPY trade. Oh, Apple has rallied here. Apple's been pretty weak compared to the rest of the market. Oh, but that was my day trade. VIX is just getting hammered down there. Boy, I'm glad I got out when I had that stop loss. And then PayPal doing very well, and that was a day trade as well. Glenn says Amazon bounced off its daily 55 EMA. All right, I don't have a 55 on here, but I can see how it bounced right off of its 50 EMA as well here, Glenn. See the dotted line? That's the EMA. With any luck, it could form a V1, but it's actually down today. Amazon, just like Apple, the big FANG names have really been down. But still, for me, I would prefer to have some sideways motion before taking a trade in this, but certainly better buying down here than way up here. That's what I always talk about, everyone. When you get up to the third ATR channel, 92% of prices come back down. You're much better buying here. Imagine the person that bought up here, most likely thinking about getting out right here, back in the value zone, when in reality, this is really the place you want to buy and you want to sell up there. Dan says, I'm ecstatic. Oh yeah. On that trade. Proud of you, my friend. That was a really good one. I remember when I put that on, I was like, oh, I hope this goes up for Dan. I really do. Give me one sec. All right, so let me put this down on here. Oh, I did put PTON down there already. And where's my gold? All right, so gold. It did reject the 250-day moving average. It's not a very bullish bar, that is for sure. But it did reject the 250, giving a good risk to reward ratio. If I go over to the weekly, there is some support here as well. It's dealing with the 50 SMA on the weekly, but it did hold the -1 ATR channel. See, this is the green line here. So, I bought this last time with pretty much the same the same signal, under 250, over 250. We did go under it and back over it. The risk to reward's pretty good, so I am definitely considering buying this today at the close. We'll just have to see. If it rallies towards the end of the day, then it won't make any sense from a risk to reward standpoint. Actually, I'd like to see it come back down even closer. PTON. Steve was talking about PTON with the crossover. Right now it's 149.17 and it's the 20 is 149.34. Let me do a little math. Okay. Now, it's a bit of a big bar. It's a little bit chasey. I know this does back test well. Actually, if I were to buy this, I would buy a half a position. I don't know if the crossover is really gonna happen or not, but if it does, I would only buy a half a position because it seems a little chasey to me. AT&T, well, it did bounce off the 200 up a little bit today, but just sideways motion. I would really like to just see a super clean break of rejection of the 200-day moving average, wash all these lows out over here. That would be my preference. I don't really see anything on AT&T today. Qualcomm, looks like it had a V1 yesterday or close to it. Big rally today, being sold into. I don't think there's anything I'm interested in with Qualcomm. Home. Yeah, I don't see anything here either. Monster, big day, bullish engulfing bar. 56 RSI, we're right at the 1 ATR channel. You know, when I take V1s or V2s, I don't like to buy them I basically don't like to buy them at the 1 ATR channel. We have some resistance over here, increased volume today, which is good. Let's look at the weekly. It definitely has room to run for sure. MACD is positive. I'll put this over in the maybe category. So I like Sierra Wireless here with the return to value. I like the sideways motion. We have the breakout today of yesterday's low, but this looks more likely that this could be a V1 on Monday. Could be a V1 today, but I would definitely like to take a look at this on Monday if it triggers a V2, but nothing yet on there today. NKLA, we're back into the value zone, similar to SWIR, false breakout to the downside with the V2, but I don't see that yet today. CGC, okay, so big, huge sell-off in CGC. We went from the 6 ATR channel to the value zone, but we have found some support at the value zone. Again, I'd like to see this move sideways for a couple more days, look for a V1 or a V2 entry before I would get interested in Canopy, but much rather buy here than up here for sure. BTI, we closed above the 1 ATR channel. We came down. Yes, we did trigger a V2 here, but there's no sideways motion, right? We closed above, down, down, bounce. I want to see it come down, down, sideways, 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 then a V1 or a V2. So I'm not interested in BTI either. KMI, looks like it's in a decent little uptrend there, but I don't see any signals yet. Sherwin-Williams, MACD is positive. Looks like it's rejected the 50-day moving average. Looks like we may have a crossover here, 717.36 at 1717.53. I don't know how this back tests well. Only 207,000 shares traded, so I think I'm going to pass on that. Here's Walmart. Tim, you were asking me about Walmart. Yes, here is the 50-day moving average. It rejected it up here, but right now we're having problems with the 50 RSI. See how we're at 49.12, and we rejected it yesterday. It looks like we rejected it again today, and then earnings are coming up. So I would probably just leave Walmart alone at this point. USAU, US Gold Corp, having problems with that 50-day EMA. Look, rejection, 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 rejection. I would prefer see this to come down for a couple days, then look for a higher low V1 or V2. That would be the move, I think, on that stock. VWM. Nice bounce today, but I don't see anything there. It did bounce off the 200 yesterday. SPLK. This is the one we were talking about earlier with a 520 crossover. It is a bullish engulfing bar, still inside the range of these large bars here. 608,000 shares, 520 crossover. I don't know, does anyone have the ability to back test this? Either Kamal or Steve. SPLK with the 520. I like this sideways motion. This could run. This big bar down here gives me a little pause though. We'll put this over here in the maybe category. And FICO. You know, out of everything we've seen today, I like this the best. We close below, we rally. This is a higher low V1, but the only problem here, everyone, this is 59,000 shares traded. It's not very many shares, so you could have liquidity, but you know, emblazon this in your mind, everybody. We close below the -1 ATR channel, which is the green. We rally into the value zone. We have a bit of a pullback. Now we have a higher low V1 and rejection of the 100-day moving average. I really like this setup, but unfortunately it's only 59,000 shares, so it's not enough for me to really be able to take that trade. There could be some liquidity issues with that. All right, so gold looks, that's a tough one. It's a tough one. I really would like to see this close above the 50 SMA on the weekly. That would make me feel a little better. I like that it's rejected the -1 ATR channel. Oh, here's Steve. SPLK 520 crossover backtest with 114 versus 377 for buy and hold. Gary is here. Hello, Greg and group. A little late to the Friday party. Better late than never, Gary. I hope you brought a note. Okay, let's see. So SPLK did backtest well. SPLK. Let me do a little math on Splunk. Okay. Well, with that being said, I do like it a little bit better for sure. There's volume there. It's a bullish engulfing bar, under 50, over 50 with the 520 crossover. I like the weekly. I like the consolidation of the weekly and the holding the -1 ATR channel on the weekly. Yeah, it's interesting. PSNL. Yeah, shoot, PSNL is the one that I can't buy, Johnson, because I don't see it on my chart. Johnson, did it? Oh, it had a V1 today. Is it over the 50? Is it over the 50-day moving average as well? So it gapped lower today and reversed back up. Is that what you're saying? Sorry, I just can't see it here. Peloton does not have the crossover yet. I like SPLK the best right now that I know that back tests well. Let me take a look. Johnson & Johnson's gone up nicely. Spotify's going up pretty nicely as well. Apple's still negative. I like Splunk on the monthly. I like how we've just returned to value with a little sideways. Weekly sideways. Yeah, why not? I think SPLK looks pretty decent. Looking at the time frames, still in the value zone, not really that extended. Let me see. There's an 8-cent spread on that, by the way. Okay. Johnson said yes, PSNL above 50 SMA. Well, that's good. And it's above the 50 RSI as well. Kamal says PSNL is a V2, 50 RSI and 50 SMA support. Oh, okay. It's in the value zone. There's enough volume. Hey, Kamal, could you shoot me over a screenshot real quick of that? I do kind of like that if it's what I think you're explaining. Could you shoot it over on Skype? All right, so we have about 10 minutes to go. Let's see. So gold a possibility here. PTON does have the crossover now, but I'm only going to buy one. There is volume on Peloton. Monster's just too high for me. PSNL. Let me do a little math on this one as well. Thanks, Kamal. Yeah, that does look good. Thank you, Kamal. That's kind of you. I like that one the best, I have to say, by far. I like that one the best. Well, I've never done this before, bought something without seeing it on my own screen, but I just looked at Kamal, so that looks good. All right, quick check of Cinemark's good. Johnson & Johnson's really good. NVIDIA, or NVTA is doing well. Spotify doing great. Buying SPY at the close. Apple's trying to go positive. First time Greg bought one that I put in the chat. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy it. I think I'm going to buy it. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. All right. Take care of that. And take care of that. All right. So for me, it looks like PSNL. Oh my, okay. Apple finally went positive. CNK finally went positive. Look at this big bar on PayPal. Holy hamburgers. All right, 6 minutes to go. All right, so I'm just waiting till the end here, and I'm going to buy PSNL. Karen says, I remember the first ticker I ever thought in here was CAT, and Greg bought it. It was a positive trade. Hey, good. Well, it looks like we're making highs on the day here. We have 5 minutes to go. All right, just a few more minutes and I'll go ahead and place that trade. 750, 750, 1583. All right. Gary says, I'm thinking of selling 1/2 a light on this reversal bar today. Thoughts? Well, yeah, I don't like that it rejected the 50 SMA either, Gary. I mean, you know me, usually on these kind of bars I would sell half, Gary. That's my honest opinion. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and place my order for PSNL. To me, it looks the best. Okay, I think we're taken care of. Okay, done and done. Kamal, you has a V1. Okay, we have 1 minute. Oh yeah, that's what you were telling me about earlier in the day, Kamal. Looks fairly decent. Definitely a good risk to reward ratio. It does have the V1. $74.83. All right, everybody, that is it. That is the end of the trading day and the trading week. So real quick, let me just see where I bought. All right, so I bought PSNL at 40.45, and I bought the overnight SPY at 392.64. So I'm gonna put PSNL up on the board at 40. Oh, this will make more sense on Monday. But that did look like a good chart. 40, 45, and then my overnight SPY trades at 392.64. All right. So listen, everybody, if you have any new trades for me to put up on the board, this is the time to do it. Just go ahead, put it in the chat. Just real quick before we get to that, I just want to remind everybody I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I think I'm a pretty good teacher, and I know I teach a really good course. I know if you take this course, you're going to be a better trader when you're finished. I teach you everything I've learned over my 25 years of trading experience. So if you are interested, just send me an email. Email's in the description of this video. You can also send me a message on Skype, and I will reply and say, hey, how's it going? Thanks for saying hi. Let's set up a Skype call. Skype call's free. I just want to get to know you a little bit better, understand you and your trading, your goals and your challenges. And then it's a great time for you to ask me questions about the lessons. Ask me specific questions about the lessons. All right. And then you can, after the call, you can think about it. And if you decide you want to have the lessons with me, you can just email me back and we'll get it all set up and scheduled. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps build the channel, it helps keep the channel around, and lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content here. All right, so that is it. Let's take a look here. I know Steve, let's see, Steve exited TER. Okay, so we'll get rid of TER. Right, Kamal got out of U. Steve says he's long PL, PLTK, PLTK? You know, I don't have that, Steve. I can't pull that up on my charts. Let me, PLTK. No, I don't have it. Can you confirm that's the correct symbol? Kamal is an X. This is one of those ones. 1555. Kamal. Okay. And Wish. WISH. Man, again, it's again these symbols. We'll get it worked out on Tuesday, but that's frustrating. Sorry, buddy. Gary is out of 1/2 of light. Where is light? I know we had light on here. All right, we'll just do it again. Sold 1/2. I think that's a good move, Gary. PSNL. All right. Steve is long PTON. Okay, Steve is long from 154.49. Steve 5. Steve 520 EMA cross. Okay. Good luck with that, Steve. Johnson is in PSNL. Quad says thumbs up as always. Thank you, Quad. Appreciate that. Yas, how you doing, Yas? Good to see you. Yas is in PSNL. PTON. Out of CNK. Okay. And still have AMD. Gary says, thank you, Gary. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate that. Steve says, PLTK Playtika, 20-day-old IPO. Yeah, I don't have that one on there, bud. Sorry, I can't put that up. Johnson says, out of PLTR. Where is PLTR? All right, I guess I have to put it over here. You're out? Okay, gotcha. We'll take it right back off then. Karen bought BNGO. Bingo? BNGO. This is one of those again. Sorry, Karen. Dang it. 1209. Karen. Kamal says 1655. Okay, I like 1555 better. Okay, there you go, Kamal. Sorry about that. Lovis says, thank you, Steve. Lovis says, I'm in SPLK. $172.26. Okay, Lova. Timothy. I got out of GPN and Walmart. All right, so these symbols, the amount of symbols that we have are getting out of control. I may have to change something in the podcast with this, everybody, because it's just too much. there's too many. So I'm going to have to think about that this weekend and how we might adjust this. Because as the channel grows, there will be a point where I just can't do it, right? I hope you understand. When we started out and it was little, it was easy, but now it's getting a little tough. Okay, and you sold Avid. I don't see Avid. I know we went through it though. Oh, there it is. All right. But yeah, I think we're going to have to change something around as far as getting everything up, everybody. I'm going to have to think about this weekend and figure out what to do. Wow, your deep dip course is already in my email box. Thank you, Greg. Oh, you bought it? Wow, thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. I really do. P2N is 520 crossover as well, as close above the trend line. So double positive with increasing volume increases probability of favorable outcome. Thank you, Yas, for the analysis. Jatin says, it's a weekend, sir, so we still do have time. Would request you could tell one of your best and worst trades of the market. Next week, I will tell you, not today. I will tell you next week for sure. Kamal says, I think I am playing Scrabble with Wish, U, and X. Thanks, Greg. Have a great weekend. All right, everybody. I think that's it. Listen, let me leave you off, as always, with this little graphic. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. So, you know, I've been mentioning this for years, but if we could just try to go out and do one nice thing for a human today, if everybody did that, the world would be a lot better place. And you know me, if you could go out and do something for an animal, something nice for an animal today, that would be doubly as well. It would help the human out, it would help the animal out, and it would be good for you as well. All right, so I see a couple more here. Karen is out of JIMA and CNK. Okay. All right, but next week, like I said, I'm going to have to think about it this weekend, but we're going to have to come up with a better system on the positions. It's just too much. It's getting to the point where I can't see straight. I hope you understand. All right. Johnson says, thank you, Greg. Have a nice weekend. Don't forget the like button. Thank you, Johnson. I appreciate that. So thanks for coming. Have a good weekend. Be good. Be safe. And hopefully we'll see you Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye now. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and Forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.